All right. Wow, that was a fast load. Shit. Welcome, everyone. Tis Wednesday, March the 7th. And once again, we are here for Direct to Exec online artist showcase. So basically, what goes down here, if you've never done this before, artists have submitted your videos or songs for today, and we're going to have them reviewed one-on-one by an A&R with a major label. So basically, we're gonna watch your video or listen to your song, whichever you guys submitted. Just check it out, and then Andrew here, who I'm gonna introduce in a second, is gonna just give you quick verbal feedback. He's gonna score it. We'll send those at the end, and then yeah, that's how it goes. So before we get into the submissions for today, I want to introduce the A&R who's going to be looking at your guys' content and giving you feedback. This guy is, well, I'll let him introduce himself. Let's give it up for Andrew Grant. Andrew, how are you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Great, great. So for those of our viewers who aren't familiar with you, just give them a brief synopsis of what you do with Warner.
I do A&R at Warner Music Group, help out with Atlantic Records and Warner Brothers Records. I work on the pop side as well as the urban side. And I'm in charge of projects for acts such as Flow Rider, David Guetta, Jason Derulo, and Bad Baby at the moment.
Okay, that's what it is. And just like give some of the artists an idea of like what are your daily responsibilities, some of the stuff that you usually do when working with the artists.
Like my main job is to try to find songs for the artists that we have signed to us already. If they're in the studio, figuring out what producers to put them in with, what songwriters to put them in with, what songs should be singles, what songs go to radio. And then on top of that, trying to find new artists to sign to the label, which, we're always looking for.
Cool. Sounds like you listen to a lot of music for sure.
Every day.
Awesome. Well, are you ready to listen to some new stuff today?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Well, the first artist I got lined up for us today is coming out of Shreveport. I always never know how to pronounce it. Shreveport, Louisiana. Shreveport. All right. So this artist goes by the name of Quinn DeYoungin, and this video is called "Talking Down."
Cool,
so
let's go.
Let's dive right in and check it out. All right, very cool. I was digging that stuff. So once again, for those who are coming in late, that was Quinn the Youngin. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna turn off autoplay on this fucker. Once again, that was Quinn the Youngin with his video for Talking Down. It was a dope track. I was feeling that. It kind of reminded me of like a sort of mix between Boosie and OJ the Juice Man or something. But Andrew, what'd you think of him?
I like it a lot. His voice was really, really dope. The song, like, I think that song is whatever. I mean, it's not a bad song, but like, I think that like he's fully capable of having. I think he's capable of like having a hit song. I think he's capable of writing one. I just don't think that one was it. But his voice and delivery and everything is fire. Like, I'd definitely like to stay in touch with him and build with him.
All right, definitely. Writing wise, do you have any specific things you think he could improve upon? Overall, it sounded like he had a pretty solid flow. It sounded like the lyrics were pretty all together. But
everything is good. The only thing for me is like I want like songs that that are a little bit more relatable. You know what I mean? Like not everybody has beef with everybody. Not everybody's ready to shoot. You know what I mean? Like, but like it's cool. Like I get it. You know, I fully get it. It's just like if like that's what I'm saying. Like that song is like that specific song. I would just like to hear songs. You know, like with like a little bit like different or like a more like broad range of content. But I think he's fire overall.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, that's what it is. Shout out Quinn. I like where you're headed, man.
Yeah, he's dope. He's dope.
Who do we got?
Can you give him my email address?
If you want, there is a comment section.
I already responded. I didn't leave it.
All right.
Sorry.
Can you go in and edit it? Double check.
Oh, yeah, I can. Here we go.
All right, yeah. You can leave that in there if you want to share that info with them. Oh, damn.
All right, cool.
That's sad news. Personal issue, don't worry about it. Next up, we've got an artist coming out of Memphis, Tennessee. All right, and they go by the name of Cavi, I believe. I'm going to go with that. And the name of this video is Ongo. Yes, shot by Emiliona. New track for the new year. All right, let's check it out.
Cool.
Once again, Cavi. All right, very cool. So once again, that was Cavi with On Go coming out of Memphis. It's off of his mixtape No Feelings, Numb to the Bull, which was released this fall, produced by Mr. Stupid Tracks. All right, that's what it is. Andrew, what did you think of that one?
I thought it was cool. I wasn't in love with the production. I think his voice is cool and he has like a good sense of melody for like what's cool for today. But like I didn't love the production at all. Like I definitely think he used some better beats.
Okay, that's what it is. Production wise, what are some things that typically you look for when you're going over an artist? Are you looking for something that is more, you know, I guess I mean, it's obviously going to depend on the style, but are you looking for something that's more along the lines of what's going on, or are you more geared towards finding something that's like vastly different that could potentially set a trend?
I think both. Like I mean, like if it's gonna be something that's gonna set a trend, it still has to be like it still has to have like some type of like familiarity. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like that beat, like it just sounded like a beat to me. You know what I mean? Like there was nothing special about the beat that stood out. Like his voice and his delivery was way better than the beat. Like so just like finding ways to like be progressive. I mean, it doesn't have to be progressive, you know what I mean? It could just be like a normal urban beat, but it should just be good, you know what I mean? Like that was just like a normal, like average kind of beat to me.
Okay. All right. Well, that's what it is. So once again, Kavi with On Go coming out of Memphis. It's very cool stuff.
He's not bad though. He's not bad. He's talented.
All right. Well, that's what it is, my friend. Keep up the good work. You're on your way. Who do I have next lined up? I'm gonna have to edit that in post, apparently. All right, Cavi, sorry about that. For some reason, there's some lag time on my system right now. So I'm gonna fix that. But I got you recorded, so you're good. Next up, we got an artist coming out of somewhere in southern Massachusetts. Don't know where, but take a wild guess. Goes by the name of Wix Ransom. And I wish I would have loaded this video sooner so I could tell you. It is called
Mr. Reminizer? Reminiscer. Reminiscer.
We'll go with that. All right. So Wix Ransom, Mr. Reminiscer. Anything I want to let you know elsewise about this? Who produced it? Any of that? Nope, you didn't share it. So let's check it out. Wix Ransom, Mr. Reminiscer, you're next up. Let's see what you got.
Cool.
All right, very cool. Once again, Mr. Reminiscer by Wix Ransom. Very cool stuff. I was hoping it would be a little bit longer, but that's what it is. It's perfect radio time. Andrew, what did you think of that one?
What did you think about that one?
Like I said, it felt like it was kind of felt like it could have been longer, but I mean, it is 3 minutes long, and then it's hard for me to remember the hook. Like the hook doesn't seem memorable.
That's my issue. That was like my issue. I mean, like he can clearly, he's a good rapper. He's like great at rapping. You know what I mean? He's good at lyrics. That's not the question. But like for me, I try to find hit songs. You know what I mean? And like you said, like that hook, there's just so many words. Like there's so many words in that song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like it's hard to grab onto. Like it's not a shot at his talent. He's really talented. It's just like that song is just hard to grab onto.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely like when as it progressed, it came across more like one of those interlude tracks where you're just sort of going in rather than like a complete song. It was cool though. Like you're right. He definitely has a solid flow and he's putting his words together correctly. But
hang on 1 second.
All right. No worries. It takes. Just make sure I got this lined up. But yep. So that's what it is. Wix Ransom. Where are you coming from again? Wix. Yeah. Southern Massachusetts. But yeah, man. Just obviously need like a hook or something a little bit more memorable with that. But you're on your way. You definitely are talented, and the video was looking pretty crispy.
Yeah, the video was good. The quality was good.
All right. So we're going to move right along. Once again, shout out Wix coming out of MA. This next one. Okay. So this guy has actually been on our music video showcase a number of times. He's placed with this video. It's already got 12,000 views. It's pretty good. I've been digging this track just because of the sample he uses. I'm not going to ruin it for you, though. But he is coming out of Kansas City, Kansas. So shout out Kansas. It's usually Missouri that's getting the credit for having Kansas City, but this guy's repping for KS. So let's check him out. This is Just D with his video for Remain the Same.
Cool.
All right, very cool stuff. Never get tired of that one. So once again, that was Just D with his video for his single "Remain the Same," followed by that spooky ass album cover he has at the end. I dig that shit. Yeah, with all those creepy ass Mickey Mouse masks. I wonder where he got that. Anyways, what do you think of that, Andrew?
I like the sample flip, like you said. It's a really good sample idea. Again, for me, I'm a huge song guy. Like, I wish that, like, if he would have used that sample, that it would have been like an actual song and not just like rapping all the way through it. He's like really good at rapping. Again, you know, like he has good lyrics. He can rap. I just like to use that sample. I just wish it was a more memorable song.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe you could have incorporated someone on the hook doing some
Yeah,
actual melodies or stuff like that. But all in
but
all,
he's
I agree
dope.
with that.
He's dope.
Yeah, he's been really pushing this song. I would
Like
like
that.
him to, I don't know if he has something else that he's got cooked up. It looks like he has a couple other videos, but it seems like he's been pushing this specific single a lot. Like he's put it on our video showcase, I think twice or three times, and he's placed. I think he even had Success review this as well.
Like that,
So,
like it's a good idea to sample that. You know, it's a really good idea to use that as a sample.
well, do you think single wise, like since he seems to be pushing this as like a lead single, do you think it as a lead single it has that sort of viability or
Me personally, I would say no. Like
no?
as is, like I mean, there's no hook, like there's nothing that like for me, like when I like listen for a song or a single, like I want like a 5-year-old kid to be able to sing it back, and I want like my mom who grew up in Kansas actually, who's like 48-year-old white woman to be able to sing it back. It should be so easy for anyone to sing it back, like Gucci Gang by Lil Pump. Anyone can sing that back. It's so easy. So
Mm-hmm.
I think that like all songs for me should definitely have something like that.
Okay. All right. Very cool. So that's what it is, D. Good stuff. Keep doing your thing. I'm ready for a new single from you though, and not that I don't love this one, I'm ready for it. I want to see
He's
what you got next.
he's talented and like I'm not always right. That's just my personal opinion.
For sure, man. Well, let's keep this thing rolling. Who do we got next? EJ Pullen. And he is coming out of, it looks like Huntington Park, California. And the name of this video is Make 'em Say, Oh. Really close to Make 'em Say, So I wonder how similar. Director Al G. Silla. Didn't list the producer, though, out of all the people. All right, well. I guess someone's using a chainsaw outside. All right, let's check it out. EJ Pullen, Make 'em Say, Oh. You're up next. All right, that's what it is. I'm trying not to sneeze here. Once again, that was EJ Pullen with Make 'Em Say Oh. That's cool. It was, I'm trying to think of what it kind of reminds me of. Definitely some older, like, R&B. I was digging, like, the guitar licks and stuff like that. The instrumentation on there was pretty cool. What do you think, though, Andrew?
I agree with what you said. Definitely like older R&B. Maybe not something for like today's like top 40 radio, but there's definitely like a fan base and a demographic for that. And I mean, it seems like it's showing because the video has over 200,000 views, so it definitely caters to a certain demographic, and like the quality of the song for that demographic is to me right up where it needs to be.
Definitely. So I guess I'm not really sure. Like what? I know we've had this on past events like this. We do seem to have like a large segment of artists who would be geared towards like adult contemporary. Um, what are some things, I guess, like when you're trying to reach that? Like, I mean, clearly he's reaching that market so far with this, but I mean, I don't know. What are some tips for like sort of engaging that market? Adult contemporary.
I think maybe like finding sorry, it's like really loud.
Oh, should I hit the mute?
Yeah. No, I think like finding ways to like like maybe get your songs like synced into like movies, commercials, like stuff like that. It's like finding like someone to help us sync. I think works well for those types of songs and for those types of artists. Obviously getting finding a way to get to the AC radio market. Because that's like a really big market. You know what I mean? So I think with this song, that would be to start with like a sync maybe, or start trying to like get it synced on like shows and commercial stuff like that.
All right, definitely. That sounds like a plan for sure. All right, EJ, like your stuff. Keep it moving, my friend. Let's see who I've got next on my lineup. All right, we got a Brooklyn artist in the house. Goes by the name of Young Y, and the name of this video is Jealous Rap Cats. New single as of last year, I guess. So let's check it out. Young Y, Jealous Rap Cats, the official video. Let's see it. All right, that's what it is. Once again, coming out of Brooklyn, that was Young Y with Jealous Rat Cats. It's very cool. Sounds like Brooklyn to me. What do you think, Andrew?
To me, it just felt really, really dated. Like the beat wasn't mixed well at all. Like like the drums were very distorted. Overall, just like the song just hang on. Can you hit your mute button?
Yeah, sorry. I keep
Sorry.
forgetting about it.
No, all good. But for me, just like it felt like a little bit dated. You know what I mean? Like I think the song was like 4 verses, or like I don't know. Like there was a lot of verses for sure. Today's time for sure should never be that many verses. Just hard to grab onto. And just like to me, it just sounded like real like early 2000s. Like New York rap. It doesn't sound progressive at all to me.
All right. Well, I definitely hear what you're saying, especially about the distortion with the drums. I would definitely probably step up that mix. But yeah, I mean, that's what it is. Definitely try to, update some of that stuff and maybe even put a little bit more into the video. But
yeah,
I like where
like,
you said it.
Yeah, just like maybe try to find like new producers to work with, and just just like someone that has like a like a more current direction and a current vision that can help like steer him more towards like what's going on today.
Yeah, because I mean, he definitely seems to want to be in that independent sort of realm. I guess in that regards, I guess like some of the East Coast guys like Jedi Mind or Definitive Jux or any of those lanes, but there's a lot of producers who do make that sort of throwback boom bap sound in a modern context that he could link up with. So that's what it is. Once again, Young Y coming out of Brooklyn. Cool stuff. Keep working, man. You have got some talent. You just gotta keep grinding away.
Yes, sir.
Next up, we've got an artist coming out of Lyndhurst, New Jersey. Goes by the name of Gennaro. Nice Italian boy. And Gennaro, what's the name of this song? I'm assuming it's not 1080p H.264. So, mate, just a heads up, you might want to, make sure that your title's all correct. But it looks like the name of the song is Illuminati Puppets. Inspired by 2 of my favorite books, 1984 and Brave New World. All right. So, yeah, Nicole. My secretary approves too. So let's check it out. Gennaro with Illuminati Puppets. You're up next. All right, that's what it is once again. From now Lyndhurst, New Jersey. That was Gennaro with his song Illuminati Puppets. Definitely something different. It's nice. I don't know, Andrew, what'd you think of it?
I agree with you. It's definitely different. Can you hit your mute button?
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
I'm gonna write myself a note real quick.
Sorry, it's normally never loud where you're at. It's like really loud today. No, it was definitely different. I thought it was cool. The production was really, really cool. It was out there. I wasn't sure like exactly about like the message of the song or if that particular message could make it like a hit song, but I think it's a really cool idea and it's like a different approach. Like you could definitely tell that they're very talented and like very, very artistic. For that space, it's really good.
Definitely. I feel you about that. The message is kind of like it's hard to pull out of there, but I mean, it's definitely I see what they're going with that. I like
it sounds good.
Yeah, whoever their artist is too. I like the artwork that they got here.
Yeah, the artwork was sick.
So, I mean, you got a little bit of work to do, but I like where you're headed, Gennaro. So keep it up. Props on the book collection. I dig that. All right, we got 4 more. So let's see who we got next. This guy has also been on my showcase a number of times. Coming out of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He goes by the name of Bree Cloud. The name of this video, as it loads for me, is I think I've had this one on my showcase before too, or Success has reviewed it before. Goes by the title Eyes Wide Open, off of his Green Overdose EP, which is slated to come out, or well, I guess it already did come out in February. So let's dive right into it. Bree Cloud, you're up next. This is Eyes Wide Open. Sorry about that. Start it over. So once again, that was Bree Cloud with Eyes Wide Open. Definitely laid back sort of vibe, very chill. I don't know. What'd you think, Andrew?
I don't I kind of got lost in the verses. Like the verses kind of lost me. I don't know. It's like super vibey. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a hit for today. Like it's structured like a good song for sure, but like the verses for sure, like like his lyrics and like cadences lost me.
Yeah, there's something about, I don't know. It kind of it's kind of one of the issues I always kind of have with like Lil Peep is like the sort of it's like a lack of enthusiasm and
Yes.
almost sort of just like the droning of it. It almost seems like it's hard for you as a listener to really get into it because it sounds like they're not even really into their own song.
It's like a really weird place because like I feel like there's like a cult fan base for that type of sound, but I mean like it's not a very it's not very friendly for anything. You know what I mean? It's not friendly for radio. It's not friendly for like TV syncs or movie syncs, like video game stuff. It's just like it's a very weird space, that kind of music. But it has like a cult fan base that keeps it alive.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess it's all a matter of fine tuning it and trying to really reach as many people in that realm as possible. All right.
Sorry about that.
You good. So that's what it is, Bree. Yeah. Looks like I had some delay on this too, so I'm gonna have to edit YouTube. So just now I gotta make more notes. Cavity and Bree Cloud edit times.
Can you edit my sneeze?
I wish. Well, actually, you can sort of do that. I have my ways. Edit times. So, once again, that was Bree Cloud coming out of New Jersey. Next up, so this kid, I remember you. I always watch these videos before we get into the showcase, and this kid is coming out of Houston, Texas. Goes by the name of Christopher Wade. I hope I pronounced that correctly. And I don't have the video pulled up. It's loading. But I do recall, looks like he will just be singing for us. It's You Cover. So I don't know what this is a cover of. Oh, Zayn. My bad. So I actually don't listen to that much Zayn, believe it or not. So
I don't either.
This will be my first time hearing this song. I hope you do it justice, my friend. So let's check it out. Christopher Wade, 15-year-old coming out of Houston, Texas. Let's see what he's got. All right. Well, that's. Let me get my thing. Can you hear me now? There we go. That's what it is. Once again, that was a cover of Zane It's You by Christopher Is Wade, 15, coming out of Houston. So, had one of these submissions previously on the showcase. So, clearly, early in the beginning of your career, so obviously, there's a lot you need to do to really get yourself there. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. Andrew, what do you think?
I think like so first of all, like I'm one of the like I'm a huge person on like you know, being smart with like how you invest your money. And so for me, like if you have like the opportunity, like you know, like being prepared for a meeting or being prepared for like what you're gonna do is just as important as what you're presenting. You know, if you have the chance to, you know, meet with like an A&R or a music publisher, like a big manager, you know what I mean? Like you should be prepared. And like I don't think that like, you know, having a cover of, you know, like singing on YouTube is like the best way to spend your money or your time, honestly. You know what I mean? I'm like really big on like people like investing in themselves in the right way and not wasting money or time. So for me, you know what I mean? Like sending a video of a cover song doesn't display the best talent. You know what I mean? Like having a real recording and like how it should sound professionally, you know, should always be the best way to demonstrate something.
Yeah, and I mean, on top of that is pretty close to acapella. Yeah, just all around. Like, obviously, you know, I try to do this with my video showcase. If it looks like you're not really that far along, I try to give these guys more of an opportunity. But
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I get like you said, it's like it's very early. It's just like one of those things. Like I said, you know, like what you're presenting is just as you know, like being prepared is just as important as you know what you're trying to present.
yeah, but you're right. Like, and this is something I'll do with the video showcases where it's clear that like one of the most common issues I have is people will send me a YouTube link that's just the song with like a picture in the background, and it's, you know, it's
Yeah,
a contest for music videos. Did you think you were gonna place? So I'll usually try to give them an opportunity and, you know, switch out the video or something like that, because I'm like on that same page. I don't really feel right about people paying to do something when they're not at the level that they need to be to really get the most out of it. So
yeah. I
um,
mean, you know, just like I mean, you know, keep working. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just you know, like letting him know, like keep working and stick with it, but just like just be better prepared and like actually have songs recorded. You know what I mean? Because like even if it was recorded, like a you know like a cover song these days doesn't really you know justify anything. You know what I mean? Like for us, it's about the song. It's about hearing like what you're capable of doing. You know what I mean? Not singing someone else's song so much these days anymore.
yeah, and I mean, a cover always is great if you flip it and make it your own. That's what I always appreciate about a
Yeah,
good
it's
cover.
great for content if you have to keep putting content out. You know what I mean? Like it serves that purpose.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. People like that's how I find out about a lot of the singers is they'll have all those videos where they're just playing guitar covering people's songs. So I mean that's one lane, but you're right. You definitely need some of your own stuff. It's a better representation of who you are as an artist.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, we're down to our last two. This female up next, coming out of Jonesboro, Arkansas. I just picked a city because she only had her zip code or area code. So it's somewhere there in Arkansas, and most likely it's Jonesboro, but it could be elsewhere. She goes by the name of Shenna Walker. She's been on our showcase and the direct to exec before with another video. This one that's up in the corner, Favor. It's already up to 44,000 views. Good. This one looks newer. It's only up to 2,000. It's called Friendship. So see what she got. Shenna Walker, you are up next. Let's hear about Friendship. All right, that's what it is. Let's vibe into that. Once again, Shanna Walker, the video for Friendship. She's coming out of the state of Arkansas. So definitely different from her last track that she shared and more laid back. I was feeling that. Definitely something you can like just chill and vibe to. But Andrew, what'd you think of that one?
I think it's really cool for that space of music. It sounds really good. She sounds talented, you know, for that like slow R&B. You know, it's like you know, there's like a huge like lane for that right now that people are really into. So she sounds really talented.
Yeah, definitely. I was digging that percussion in the background too. It's cool stuff.
Yeah, it feels good. Like the mix and everything. Like they did a really good job.
All right, so Shanna, looks like you got another one on your hands. Keep doing your thing. Glad to see you're improving and consistently putting out content. Good for you, girl. And then we have reached our final submission of the day. And this artist is coming out of Pontiac, Michigan. It's filmed by Film Kings Media, directed by DJ Stacks Money and Big Keith. This is TC, which is Top Class. And the name of this is I'm Lit, the new album, New Heights. So let's check it out. Your last video, TC, take us away. Dope. All right, that's what it is. Once again, TC Top Class with I'm Lit off his new album, New Heights. Very cool stuff. Oh, wait, where are you coming from? Pontiac, Michigan. That's correct. All right, so sample-wise, I was digging that. Probably could have stepped up the mix quality a little bit, but I don't know. I was vibing with that. Andrew, what did you think?
I think the same thing as you. I think the mix quality could have definitely been up. The mix could have been better. I wasn't, again, loving the beat. Like, the beat felt dated to me. Um, I also don't know how I feel about the term "I'm lit" just because I hear it so much. And I get, like, as an A&R, I get so many songs sent to me called "I'm lit." Like, I get like at least a song a day called "I'm lit," so it just didn't feel that original to me.
All right, sounds like Lit's on its way out of the mainstream.
I don't even know if it's like, I don't know if it's on the way out, but it's like it's oversaturated. So maybe it's like so in, but you know what I mean? It's just like I hear it every day. And it's just like, if like as a writer and as an artist, you know what I mean? Like I like when people do stuff that's, that's innovative.
Yeah, it's true. I feel you about that. And it's very common to hear someone say, "It's lit." Oh my god, it's lit. It's so lit. So once it reaches that point, it's typically hard for people to take it seriously again. But I feel you. So yeah, I guess you just need a little bit more work there, TC. Invent your own slang. Invent your own slang. That's what I do. I still say bogus and radical and shit like that. It's time to bring that stuff back.
And I mean, like, he's good at rapping, you know what I mean? Like, that's like, like a lot of these guys, you know what I mean? And him especially, like, it's not an issue if they're good at rapping or not. It's just like, like everything has to work, like from the mix to the beat, and, just like the song just has to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. It's a total package. Lex Luger. All right. Well, that's what it is. That's all we got for today. So I guess Andrew, overall, anyone particular stick out, or any artist that really caught your eye, caught your ear, I guess?
The very first guy, Quinn the Youngin, he's really dope. I like him a lot.
All right, for sure. And then also any, like I guess if you were to give one piece of advice that's kind of like general for everyone who you saw today, what would that be?
For me, again, like just like being a big song guy, just finding a way to make the songs a little more simple and like easy for people to grab onto. It's also, like a lot of times, like if you're an artist or a writer, you should also just like pay attention to what's going on as far as like like the top Spotify charts, the Billboard Hot 100, or if it's like rap, like like what's hot on the rap charts, and just like compare what you're doing to that, and just like see if it's even close to that lane, because like whatever's going on there is clearly like the lane that people are attracting to. So finding a way to do what you do and incorporate it with like what's already popular.
All right, well that's what it is. So I want to thank you, Andrew, for taking the time to do this with me. It's always fun.
Thank you guys for having me. I always appreciate it.
Absolutely, it's a blast. I love checking out the new stuff. So, before I let you go though, if you can, just shout out your info, like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you're on the most, where people can find you. And all you artists who submitted today, be sure to give them a shout out.
Definitely reach out to me on Instagram at YouGotGrant, spelled normal YOUGOTGRANT. That's where I'm at the most. And then my Facebook is just Andrew Grant.
All right, cool, man. Well, I guess do we have you scheduled for next week, or I think we have. I don't know if we have you next week or next month or something like that. I
think maybe.
All right. Well, regardless, I'm sure we will be seeing you again on here, checking out some more music. And for those of you who want to sign up for an upcoming Direct to Exec, you can either do our online version, which you just saw here, or you can do our in-studio version, which we host in a number of cities: Chicago, LA, New York, Atlanta, even Miami. Just go to our site, direct2exec.com. I was going to write it on Notepad, but I'm sure I won't be fast enough. Yeah, direct2exec.net. That's with the number 2. We always do the number 2 here at Coast to Coast. So you can either sign up for online, in studio, basically the same price. So we'd like to see what you got. And yeah, be prepared. That was one of the biggest things to take away from this for sure. It is something that happens with a lot of these events, even with the in-studio. I had a guy who did this, and he didn't even want to perform for the guy. He was just like, "Well, I just wanted you to listen to my song," and like, I'm not ready. Like, oh.
If somebody just wants me to like listen to the song in studios, I get that too. You know what I mean? Because like sometimes people don't want to perform like one-on-one, and I get that. But to just be fully unprepared, it's just
Yeah. But you should have seen the other guy who did that before. It was, I actually thought it was. I thought they were playing a trick on me or something. Because he was singing like Lady Gaga in like a falsetto.
Where are you based? Where are you based out of? Where are you based out of?
I am in Miami. I'm in the main headquarters.
You're in Miami right now?
Yep.
Oh, lucky.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I'm about to go out with my mother. She's in town, so I'm gonna take her out for a nice dinner.
Nice. I love Miami.
Yeah. Well, next time you're in town, hit me up.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Go out on town. I know all the places where live bands play.
Let's go.
All right, man. Well, on behalf of Coast to Coast and Direct to Exec, this is Sean saying thank you guys. Please submit again because I love hearing the music you bring me. Brings me joy. Now I'm gonna go check out this new pizza place in Midtown. So wish me luck. I will see you guys next time. Once again, this is Sean signing out. Peace.
All right, my brother.
See you, Andrew.
Late. Thank you.